like I said before, the first thing we're going to do is create a read more, just because it's a little bit more straightforward element, JavaScript element, and then from there we'll do the rest of it. The very first thing we do is actually make our HTML that will represent the read more piece. Okay, so to do that, I'm just going to go down here. So if we look, we have the heading here, the header part that we had made, and then here is the body, so the content section. So remember, it's 2 paragraphs side by side. I'm just going to go ahead and put it right after. I'm going to keep it inside that first section and just add another P element. And then in the P element, it doesn't really matter what you write in here. I'm just going to say I have, what is it? The most amazing thing to tell you if you just read this paragraph. All right, and then right after that, I'm going to go ahead and put my span like that, and then we're just going to put dots in it. So dot, dot, dot. So a lot of times it just makes it look like there's more there than what was originally there. And so that'll be that. And then the next thing I need is something that will be the content that I'm going to place there. So we're going to go ahead and do span, another one, and then I'm just going to say I lied. That is all. Okay, so basically the idea is that this will change, this dots will change, and this will change. So this is what will be revealed. And then I'm just going to make a button that's for my that you click on in order to read more. So we'll just do a button like so, and then we will just make the button read more. So that's the button you press. Okay. So those are the things we need. So we have the dots, we have the content that will be revealed, and then I have the button that you click on to reveal more. Now, in order for my code to be able to interact with these, it needs to be able to target them, right? So just like we have classes, and I don't have any IDs here, but just like we have classes and IDs so that we can target specific elements, right? This is a span and this is a span. So I can't just say grab the thing that says that's a span. I need to put some IDs in there. I'm going to use IDs because I want to make this specifically just for this one thing here, although it would be possible to do it with a class as well. But in this case, we're just going to do it for this one thing because it makes it a little bit easier. So we're just going to say, we're going to add some IDs, right? So there's nothing new here necessarily that we're doing. And we're just going to call this dots because that's easier. And then we need to add an ID on this one as well. So ID, and we'll just call this more because this is the more content that you would read. And then we need one for the button as well, just because eventually we'll actually have more buttons in here. So right now I could just target button because there is only one, but there will be more buttons when we do we're going to do 2 things this time. So we're just going to call this one, give it an ID, ID, and we're just going to call it the RMBTN. So I just did capital B. So read more button is what I was thinking. Okay. And that's our HTML. So if you save it right now, what you're going to notice is that when we preview it, let me make sure I'm going to make this fit here. When we preview it, it's just going to show the whole thing. So I'm sure you can probably see that. Oh, that's interesting. Didn't scale right, but so there we go. You can see it doesn't do anything, right? So it already has the dots, already has the I lied, that's all, and it already has a read button because we haven't done anything using JavaScript to turn them on or off, and that's what we're going to do in a second. All right, so that's a good start. Click on the next button.